Can you fucking believe it?
You just told me to be nice. You just told me to be nice.
Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond. We are doing emergency broadcast because
emergency broadcasting system.
What is happening?
Emergency broadcast system.
We're panicking.
Things have escalated. Apparently, obviously, on the internet over the last 72. Yeah, I mean, it's. I always said on this pod, you take Dana Brown for what he says on camera, 100%, and I'm gonna need a Godfather offer for Kyle Tucker. I'm gonna need a Godfather offer, not this bullshit that I'm seeing about Gil. Rice from the Yankees. Fuck that. I need a Godfather offer. I need first rounders. I need your top prospects. I need everything in the kitchen. I know it's a year. But hey, if you want a superstar, you want a guy that's going to be legitimately in the top 3 MVP voting when he's playing day in and day out. Oh, by the way, he fucking rakes. Oh, by the way, he's got a Gold Glove. Oh, by the way, you maybe could have signed him for about $250 million 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe ask for a Godfather offer. None of this shit that I'm seeing Heyman post. None of this shit that I'm seeing from the Cubs about Suzuki, who's going to be a free agent after 2026. No, if it's the Cubs, I want Paredes. I want Shaw. I want Smith. I want the Ivy in Wrigley Field. I want to acquire the Ivy. I want to acquire. Everything. It's a Godfather offer. And I'm just holding out that the fact is, like, I do this in fantasy football. I do this every year in my dynasty leagues. I have Justin Jefferson. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. I have all these guys. I'm like, oh, look, I'm trading these guys. Oh. And I just like the thrill of getting trade offers just so I can hit reject. That better what's be. I don't know. I'm so livid.
What scenario trading? So if they traded Tucker, Framber, and Presley, like what is the minimum haul on all of that you would want? Like 4 top 100 prospects?
The Godfather offer. I want everything. Look, if this is what pisses me off. I understand. I put this in the blog yesterday. I'm going to pull it up because my words were so poetic. I think Homer was just me when I was writing it. But
you did channel him.
I'm.
You started talking in Latin in our group chat. I was like, "What are you saying?"
This is where my issue is: the overnight shift of philosophy with no detailed dialed plan. It just felt like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, guys. Like, that's where my issue is. It's if this was your mindset, if this is what you were doing, if this was what you were going to do this offseason, why the fuck did you go in for Kikuchi? Why the fuck did you go in for Justin Verlander? Why are you doing moves of the last 18 months that counteract this decision today? And I understand. If you're going to lose perceived value, which Tucker is, right? This is falling. When you lose that, you know you're going to lose that. The shift of mindset is so dumb to me, and I get it. In a vacuum, you want to retain value, you want to maximize value, and that's what you're going to do. Where was that mindset? Where was that mindset? Now you have Jose Altuve, who extended for you, just going to be sitting there in the room with Yordan Alvarez. Like, if trade them, do them a service and trade them. If this is what you're going to do, it's a disservice to them to keep them on a team that you're going to put together with veterans, stopgaps, bubblegum, and the power of friendship. Fuck that.
I just spent entire day, me and Jacob. It's just been an entire day working on a Bregman farewell / he's back video. Now I have to do that for Tucker.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I have to start pulling Tucker highlights. I don't want to do that.
You just gave a closer $95 million because
are we not, are we in or are we out?
I don't know. I think the mindset has changed from, hey, let's throw a fucking party on Louisiana Street to, hey, maybe we can do enough to win the West. maybe we can get to that 84 win number. Maybe we can get to that 85 win number. So if you trade Tucker, you have to trade Framber. If you trade Framber, you have to trade Presley.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do. I just don't understand the mindset shift overnight. If this was your plan, you don't make that Kikuchi trade. You don't give Josh Hader $95 million.
I think that
you don't trade for Justin Verlander. You don't. If this is your and I'm always gonna give the benefit of the doubt because there's been a tide of winning, but the first moment you got punched in the mouth, and then the second moment you got punched in the mouth, you're like, all right, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. Whatever. I remember yesteryears when we played for championships. I don't know.
Jeff Luhnow is not walking through that door.
No, he's not. I mean, maybe we're gonna get him on the pod, but
yeah. That's where I'm at. Blow it up if you're gonna blow it up.
Not this half in, half ass.
Yeah, nothing works when you do the half ass.
And I'm not arguing the fact that Jim Crane has shown he spends money, and he's done that. We have a high payroll. 2025 sucks because you have dead contracts and all this stuff tied to you that you can't do anything because the mindset was anyone could be a GM and we could do that too. And now you are paying for that right now. But we all knew that. It's not a surprise. It's not like we opened a box and we're like, oh, you have the Jose Abreu contract and the Montero contract and the other contracts. No, it's been known. So it's not a surprise. So it just feels like being reactionary.
Do you think if they don't have that Abreu contract and the Montero contract, that changes anything right now?
Honestly, no, because I'm going to say this. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled again. Because we're going to sit here this time next year with a surplus of money.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time.
But the train's left the station at that point.
Train has left the station, one. And two, is going to be like, oh, well, you didn't want to spend money because the market is, all these players are getting X, Y, Z, and it's just way over our threshold. Book me, clip me right now, because that's what they're going to say in 2026, and it's not a surprise in 2025 and 2024. The market is a market, the price is the price, and you either adapt or die.
Yeah, price of the bricks going up year by year.
It's not a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. I'm dumb, and the market is. The minute Francisco Lindor signed that contract, was it 5 years ago?
Yeah.
That changed everything.
Yeah.
So now to be sitting here like, well, now we actually have money in 26. Well, we're not going to spend it because, well, the market, it's the market. The price is the price.
Yeah.
And the way I see it and the way I view it, you are pot committed. Your decisions you made, like I said, all the signings, the Altuve, the JV trade, the Kikuchi, all these stuff had you pot committed in 2025. But now you're sitting there with a 7-2 off suit. You're not going to fold. You're already committed in the pot. What are we doing here? Just fucking eat your medicine. Take your medicine. Sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Just take your medicine, though.
Somebody said with Tucker being a free agent next year, they're not going to pay him anyways, so might as well try and get something out of it, which I kind of get that.
I get it. I get that.
Is that number that we heard that they offered last year, is that public?
No.
Okay.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Better,
but, yeah, I mean.
it was a better deal 2 years ago.
That was a great deal that they should have gone with. Trading Tucker would be a win this year, 2 completely different seasons. Interesting. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you only trade Tucker if you are getting similar value back offensively this season. And that's just not like unless the scenario is 2020, unless you build it to where 2025 is a down year, but then you're immediately competing in 2026. That could be the plan. You trade Tucker, you trade Framber, you trade Presley, and then you rebuild with prospects that aren't like long away prospects that are in AAA now that are going to be contributors in 2026. And then you get to 2026, Brown is your ace. You still have Javier. You still have, a solid pitching staff plus these, prospects that you get back for these trades. I don't disagree with that mindset, but my thing is what you've been mentioning as well is like, I don't trust that that's the plan. Like,
I don't trust anything that this guy.
Is there, if that's the plan, if they have this grand idea and roadmap planned out on how this is going to go and what their idea is, if I knew that and trusted that, then I would be like, okay, let's do it. But I just don't know if they actually have a plan or not. Look,
this is where I'm at. You're not going to find another Alex Bregman or a Kyle Tucker in these prospect deals. 100% you're not. And it's not fair to those kids that are to come over. They're top 100 guys. They're going to automatically be the top prospects in this farm that we have.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair to them at all. But okay, this is your mindset. We're gonna offload these guys. We're gonna create all this value in a vacuum. Well, you have a bunch of young pitchers lined up that you can rock and roll with. Obviously, you got to spend some here and there to kind of shore up some vets and some innings, right? But your costs on pitching's starting wise very low with Brown, with Spencer, with Javier's. I mean, obviously his price is Garrett Crochet to the Sox.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Breaking. Garrett Crochet to the Sox in a deal that's in the medical phase, not official, but turning towards it. Finalizing trade.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Some big news. I mean, this is like a
this
trade.
deal includes
like a
top prospect Kyle Teal. Wow.
Did the White Sox do a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So back to what was I saying? Okay. So you have a bunch of young starting pitching.
Yeah.
Right. You have Yordan and you have Altuve. Then you probably have the Diaz, Pena down below. You got to fill out the lineup card somehow. Where I'm at with these trades is you're going to have to hope these guys hit to be ready for this window that you have, because you're not paying pitching right now because you're paying the hitters. But when it's time to pay the pitchers, you're going to be in this loop, and you have such a tight margin to actually make this thing fucking work. It makes no sense in game theory. And the other side, too, is the moment you do this, I think if you go back and you ask the Red Sox, would you do that Mookie Betts trade again? They would say no. I think if you gave them a do-over card, they trade Mookie. Yeah. In 21 they got hot at the right time and they ran into the Astros, right? But other than that, they're just wandering the desert. Let's go further back. The Rays in 2020, they pull Snell in that make-believe year. They're searching to get back to the highest part. The Royals and Giants from that little window in the 2010s, right? They're looking to get back to the very top. The Detroit Tigers, who had 20 All-Pro guys in the early 2010s and late 2009, 2008, they're looking to get back to the very top. So it's not all said and done. And the one team that actually fucking did it right, the one fucking team that did it right was the Nationals. The Nationals traded Juan Soto. They got all these prospects. And you know what? They hit on every single one. And you know what? They're still in dead fucking last in the NL East because everyone else spent money during that time. So even if you get it right, you can still be the Nationals who are getting it wrong.
Can I play devil's advocate
sure.
for a minute? By the way, you mentioned Shaw. He's number 22
overall.
On the top 100.
I need.
Well, the Kyle Teal in the trade just now for Crochet is number 25. So the White Sox got a number 25 prospect catcher, one of the number 2 ranked catching prospect in baseball right now. That's pretty good. So play devil's advocate. One thing I do see a track record for and see value in Dana Brown is he knows how to evaluate players. Right? Correct? I mean, that's been a proven thing. He's a scout. He knows how to see value in players.
So did Clint Eastwood.
Is that a Trouble with the Curve reference? So my only thing is like, it's not a guarantee that any prospects you get would be Tucker level or Bregman level. I 100% agree with that. Parades over prospects. Like, why would you trade? I hate the idea of like trading one of your guys and being like, maybe this guy could be a Tucker. It's like, well, you have a Tucker at home, like he's right here. But I do see the road there where you trade these guys that are about to be free agents, Framber, Tucker, and then Presley as well. And if there's a world where they execute on that, I think our problem is we don't trust that they'll execute, and that's valid. I don't trust. Like, I'll have to see it to believe it. But if there is a world where they get, imagine if they traded with the Twins and got Walker Jenkins or a couple of these top prospects. There could be a world where these guys you've reloaded with 3 or 4 star-studded guys that are ready to go in 2026, and then you add them to the lineup of Jordan and Altuve and everybody.
You know who probably said that? The Tigers when they traded Justin Verlander, the Pirates when they traded Garrett Cole. Every other team that we've fleeced time and time again over the last decade probably said the same thing.
Probably, yeah. No, that's why
the odds.
No, I know the odds are
so low.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. That's why I'm like the only prospects I would be okay trading for are like guys that are doing it in AAA and look ready. But I don't know. Tucker doesn't show up in the playoffs. Okay, I hate that whole like mindset around Kyle Tucker in the playoffs. Hasn't really gone either way. Like, he's had great games, he's had bad games. I don't think you can blame any playoff woes on Kyle Tucker. I think playoff performance is a lot more on pitchers than it is on hitters. If you're consistently bad in the playoffs as a pitcher, that's worse to me than a hitter.
I just don't understand that the entire league, the entire front office, is licking their chops at the opportunity to get Kyle Tucker. That should scream, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
2, you already won on the Altuve contract. You already won on the Jordan contract. If you're not paying Bregman, pay Kyle Tucker $400 million. Okay, whatever. I don't care. You already won on contracts you should have lost on, but you won. So I just don't understand the philosophy of, okay, you're in a riptide in 2025. I get it. The Abreu contract, the Montero contract, Lance's number, Presley's number, the arbitration numbers. I understand that. I understand that you are in a very tight spot to not field a competitive team, but to maintain the status quo. Saying all that, you could have locked this guy up. I was there. You could have locked this guy up. You took him to arbitration instead. Everything you've done.
Not only did you take him to arbitration, but you fought with him over like nothing.
Where I'm at is, I understand the Soto deal, change the numbers and everything, but if there's a guy to pay at it's 27 age. If you give out an 8-year, 9-year deal, you break it.
Well,
he's 27.
My whole thing is, I get Crane's whole thing with like not giving away over 6-year contracts.
It's work.
Whatever. But that mindset is like, usually a free agent becomes a free agent when they're like 31.
Yeah.
So you don't want to sign them through like their 37, 38 year, and then they got Jose Abreu, so that's what the fuck. Anyways,
the back of the baseball card only matters when certain people make decisions.
We didn't give him a 6-year contract, but we signed him when he was 40. It's like, no, that's backwards. But when the guy is 27, You can sign him to an 8-year contract, and that's the same as signing him when he's 30 to a 6-year contract. Like, I don't know, man. Something happened? We got any news?
The White Sox will be receiving 4 prospects from the Red Sox, all of whom are highly regarded. Sources tell ESPN it's a big return for Chicago, but for a pitcher like Crochet, an ace-level starter with 2 years of cheap control, that's the price to pay.
So he has 2 years left, Crochet?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, the
maybe
Red Sox.
Well, maybe only really 1 year with that elbow.
Yeah.
It's always
The
barking.
Red Sox look like they're going for it.
And I'm not even asking Dana or the Astros to do like a dumbass, like give Fried $218 million at 31.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's not even. It's they have the wherewithal to not get caught in that at times.
Yeah, at times.
At times.
Yeah. I mean, at least when they are, it's not so pot committed. Like with McCullers, it's like that. People get mad about that contract, but that contract's not like
Not
that's
bad. I mean,
that's
it's
not
also
hurting us.
Click that gave that out.
Yeah, no,
everyone's
but-
hero, anti-hero now. It just feels like you had a shift overnight from philosophy, and I am not comfortable. They may be comfortable. Apparently, they are truly comfortable. It's that detailed and executed at a high level. Sorry, you're gonna have to prove me wrong.
We think that Dana Brown, the longtime scout farm system guy, is just itching to build a, like, he's more worried about building a strong farm system?
I will say this: no team has ever hung MLB.com's top farm class in the rafters.
Yeah,
I could give a fuck. I really can.
Oh, Kyle Teal, Braden Montgomery,
Holy shit!
Wickleman,
Monty's going.
and Chase Mildreth.
That's a haul. Teal and Montgomery just got traded. I mean, he just got drafted this past year from A&M, from Stanford. He's Michael Brantley 2.0.
Yeah, I have that right here. So, yeah, Braden is number 54 on the top 100. So that's 2 top 100 prospects in there.
Montgomery's good. Damn.
It's 21.
Okay.
6'2", 220.
Let's say this. I think an indicator is this on the Tucker deal. If Tucker's traded, and it's for pitchers
Jesus Christ.
and prospects, is that an indicator that you're still alive with Bregman?
I would hope so, because they need they need bats. Like, the whole issue is their offense. So I don't know why you would trade. I mean, that's my thing.
That's what we have pitching. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know why we're like. What moves has Dana made that were bad? He's made a lot of safe moves and like little like fringe moves, so it's kind of hard to
I would say the Kikuchi deal's now bad because if this is your mindset of rebuilding, then we should have just stayed put at the deadline.
That's true.
But I love Kikuchi.
What they do
I
what
love
they
the
do this
trade.
offseason kind of retroactively affects the grades of trades he made during the season, because it's like either you had a plan and now you've changed it, or you didn't have a plan the whole time. At the time, I liked the Kikuchi trade, and I still like it for the most part.
I mean,
It-
he's a stud.
It wasn't his fault that the Tigers fucking whooped their ass. But
I would
now
say
looking back at
I would
it.
say the moves he hasn't made. I think everyone in the city of Houston and everyone that's a fan, foreign and domestic, you like that line? I always want to use foreign and domestic. Knew that the starting pitching was an issue going into this past season. I think you relied on arms that you didn't know were going to come back.
Yeah.
You didn't. Then you had Urquidy get hurt. You had Javier get hurt. You had Verlander hurt. I mean, 2 of those were in camp. So it's just the wherewithal.
JP France.
France going to, yeah. So
I mean, if they sign one innings eater mid-level guy for the season, do you think they get 3-4 more wins in that regular season? Do you think that changes?
yeah, yeah. I also don't think you're like. It was such a weird start last year. Just like being 5-18.
What was the
whatever it
gap between the Astros and the bye last year? Like,
I think 3.5.
yeah. So
No, I think maybe close. I think 1.5. Because we took 2 of 3 against Cleveland, and then we didn't play that last game of the year. Would have been nothing.
we were close. I know that.
I think we missed it by a game and a half, essentially.
Let me look it up.
Um,
Yeah, because that's what I'm like. I agree with you, definitely, but at the same time, like, the pitching for the most part did its job, especially in the playoffs. It was the offense that killed me. 4 games. Well, I guess 4 games. Guardians were
that series meant nothing. Okay, that makes sense.
92 and 69.
Is your mic off? People are saying your mics.
I don't know what they keep saying because I keep checking on it.
Mics are quiet.
I keep checking on it. It sounds perfectly fine to me. I don't know if
I honestly, is Twitter down? X down?
It might be a Twitter. There might be an issue specifically on Twitter.
I can't get on.
If you watch on YouTube, it's
I think everyone just go to YouTube. Right, mics are quiet, but Brandon's watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Are we on? What's our Wi-Fi? 2.4 or 5?
5.
5.
Yeah. Anyways, My thing, I agree with you. The non-moves. I think the Astros knew that they needed a guy who could drive in runs at the deadline. Missing some bottom of the order people to bump things up.
I mean, we had to run Gamble and Hayward out there. And Apollo 310 is our password.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just our Wi-Fi.
Somebody come up here and steal our Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I think where I'm at, the sausage being made and being able to. Is there an exclamation point on this or no? On this
No,
one?
capital
Okay. I know how the trade makes sense. It's going to happen. It's going to drop. You better get a Godfather offer. You better hit this so far out of the park that you're just like, okay. It just falls back of this could have been avoided 2 years ago.
All right, let's look through potential teams and their top prospects here, and just go through what they have. So the Cubs have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 top 100 prospects, which is kind of crazy. Their number 1 is Matt Shaw. He's 22nd ranked on the top 100 prospects.
Brian Hawk. Hearing more buzz connecting Yankees to Alex Bregman. Interest is very real. Very real.
Could you imagine if the Yankees traded for Tucker and got Alex Bregman? That would be fucking weird. I would just not watch baseball next year. I will, but like, disgusting.
Everyone's making fun of you right now. Like, everyone on Crawford Street watching this, they're making fun of you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? We're gonna let the bully or what? I don't know. I remember when we were the bully. It's a hell of a deal for the White Sox, by the way. That's getting Teal from Virginia, Montgomery from A&M.
Oh, I mean, the White Sox cooking?
The White Sox, that was a fucking great trade.
They revamped their whole front office.
That's a great trade.
All right, so the Cubs have infielder Matt Shaw, 22nd
Yes, he's in the Shaw is in the package.
ETA is this year.
Yeah,
so
he's a middle infielder converted to third. Kind of short. Well, 5'9".
Number 34.
Now it's too loud.
Can you just turn it down a little bit? Just drop it just slightly. Owen Cassie, outfielder, number 34, MLB ready, 22 years old, 6'3", 190, lefty. Number 42, Cade Horton, right-handed pitcher, also 2025, 23 years old. Their top 6 guys are all MLB ready. So I get why they're like hey, we have all this prospect capital. Moises Ballesteros, catcher, first baseman, 21 years old, lefty bat, lefty catcher, first baseman. Oh, something happened. Oh, Brian's
late.
He's late. I saw
Brian sent a Passan tweet, and it was the Red Sox. When did we break that news? That was what?
15 minutes ago?
20 minutes ago. 19 minutes ago.
He made my heart
They don't
jump.
call him. They don't call him Brian on the spot.
I saw Brian send a tweet that said Jeff Passan. I was like, uh-oh. Something happened. Jesus. All right. So the Cubs have a good amount of guys that I like.
I want it to hurt. It has to be a Godfather offer.
I hate it, but I'm going to look at the Yankees. Oh, the Yankees only have one top 100 prospect, and it's Jason Dominguez. No way. No way they're trading him to the Yankees. What are they going to fucking offer? Other than Luis Gil. Like, I like Gil, but like he's not. He doesn't help the Astros more.
We have
than
Luis Garcia
Kyle
at
Tucker
home.
right now. Like
We have a
what are
Luis
we
Garcia
doing?
at home.
That just if they trade Tucker for Luis Gil, then we have no plan. Like oh great, we have another starter, and now our offense is just awful.
Okay, everyone watching, give me a one. Okay, this is gonna be like at the doctor's office. 1 is a smiley face. 10 is the X's over your eyes. Where are you? I need a status update. I'm at a 7. This right now is just a 7.
Tell me how
A
bad it hurt.
7.
My
I mean, I can't say what I said offline. Never mind.
I'm at a 5 right now. I'm at a 5.
Huh.
We'll see. I'm patiently waiting for news.
At this point, just hold out till Friday. I mean, the prices are going up. There's no point of doing the trade.
It's not like
I'm not doing.
I get it's the winter meetings, but like I don't know why things are acting like it's so urgent.
Yeah.
8, 7, 8. I'm scared.
8. I'm scared.
7 is fair.
7.
Yankees sent all their guys last year to get Soto. Yeah, I just don't think the Yankees are a good fit for the Astros on a trade.
I think the Astros are using the Yankees as a stalking horse right now. Drive that price up.
Yeah, I mean, I you know what? I hope Dana Brown is
Bare
playing
minimum.
free-
Bare
playing
minimum.
chess
Bare
like that.
minimum. Please tell me you're at least doing the leverage game. Bare minimum. Drive this fucking price all the way up through the roof.
What other team do you think is on the table? Have they said who was all interested? Cubs, Yankees,
The Giants. Giants are interested.
Bryce Eldridge is their number 35 ranked prospect, first baseman,
Bryce Eldridge from Texas.
6'7", 223 pounds, lefty.
Who? This is Giants.
Bryant, yeah, the Giants. He's number 35 on the top 100 prospects. I wouldn't hate having a 6'7" lefty first baseman that can bop. And then James Tibbs is number 88 on top 100 prospects.
Dude, it's football. I shouldn't be fucking worried about this. It's football season. My team's in the college football playoff. They have a chance to maybe do something special. And I'm now here, like...
Do they play this weekend? When is it?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. John Heyman says discussion of the Cubs involves Seiya Suzuki and Isaac Paredes.
Paredes, Bush, Shaw, and 3 other guys.
Phillies have shown interest too. Yeah, the Luis Gil thing is awful. Phillies could be interesting. Aiden Miller, shortstop, number 26. Andrew Painter, number 32.
I also, hold on, this is the dynamics of it all. Okay. You don't trade Kyle Tucker. You better fucking send a great gift basket.
I know, that's the problem with all this becoming so big right now, is like,
you almost have to now. Like, you almost publicly done so much. And if you take him to fucking arbitration this year.
Yeah.
That it would be a disaster class.
Not only is this coming out, but they had no warning. Like for Dana not to at least go to them and be like, this is happening or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we signed Bregman. It's involved. Yeah, it's just involved names, not a full package. Yeah. I mean, it needs to be, like you said, like two MLB ready guys and like 2 or 3 big prospects.
I will say this. I do think Tucker's probably gone. Look, Chandler Rome never gets on video, and him to do a video was
that was pretty.
The craziest indicator. He's very, 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 very on the nose, and he's got a pretty damn good hit rate. Yeah.
If Bregman goes to New York and Tucker goes to like the Cubs, I need something to get me excited. And the problem is like it's gonna be on us to get people bought into.
I will not carry the organization's water. Fuck that. I will not do that. I will say this team has the pitching to win the West.
For sure. I mean,
but do you have the offense to get to 84 wins?
Almost no matter what, like this team will be semi-competitive next year. But there's a big difference between a fringe 85-win team and a 95-win team juggernaut. God, if we lose Bregman, I'll be devastated. Yeah. I mean, I thought going into last season or midway through, I thought there was absolutely no way the Astros would let both of them walk. I was like, they're going to get one or the two.
Yeah.
And now I'm about 90% that they're both gone. Jesus.
I'm pretty. I bet Bregman drops before Saturday. And
which one do you think happens first? Bregman or Tucker?
I hope the nuke goes off. I hope
kills us all.
I hope. What was the movie that Star Wars Red One? Not Red One. That's a Chris Evans movie.
Yeah.
They're on the beach. Spoiler alert.
Oh, you talking about Rogue One?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Let's hope I go out.
Just sitting on the beach.
On the beach. I want to feel the heat of a thermal nuclear blast wash over me, and just giggle, just a little giggle as I go out, because the race to 81 wins is not going to be fun. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly as hell. And the other side, too, this is the romantic in me. I loved the appreciation. I did it with JV and I did it with Bregman, just knowing, like, these are the last few at-bats. These are the last.
Yeah, for it to be like, we had no, I was not even considering at the end of the season, like, oh, this could be Tucker's last. Did you get a text?
No, I didn't get a text.
Okay.
No, I'm telling you, the people that I've been talking to this week, ghost. So that just means like that's a problem.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
Well, I don't know how long you want to keep doing. I feel like as soon as we turn it off,
yeah, I mean,
it's gonna happen.
Honestly, this is just I won't have to bill my therapist this week because it's just what I needed to come on here and talk it out. We'll keep going. I mean, we can do another. Where are we at?
38 minutes.
Fuck it. Let's go all the way up to the top. 60-minute mark. I will say this as a little mid-break. The basketball guys are throwing a happy hour tonight over at J Bar M.
Yeah, come hang out.
Come hang out.
Pregame. We can talk through Tucker stuff.
Yeah, I can. Ooh, how about this? I can say stuff that's happening at the happy hour because I cannot say stuff online. Like the stuff I can't say.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like Chris Rock and tell him like, no recording, no filming. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
He was doing a set at a billionaire's house last night and made some joke about like a race or something, and then saw somebody was recording and was like, "You're not supposed to be fucking recording," and then he walked out mid-set.
Well, he said it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just things I can say that I can't say.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it just it's the nature of the beast.
We passed in Rule 5 was going on.
Yeah, we passed. We usually do.
We still like we have a bunch of prospects that people are like itching to get.
But yeah, over at J-Bar M from 4 to 7.
Is it from 4 to 7? Is that what we said?
I believe.
I don't even know.
I believe 4 to 7.
It is from 4 to 7.
J-Bar M.
I'll be over there around 5, 4:35. Yeah, we're gonna. We could talk through all this stuff and over some beers. Y'all come hang out.
I will say this.
I'll have a soda.
I will say this. That first fucking day at the HEB commercial shoot for 2025 is gonna be.
It's just gonna be Altuve and Jordan, and I guess McCullers. I mean, who's gonna be on it?
Do we have an HEB problem? Do we have an HEB problem? Is there an HEB curse?
No,
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
They won World Series in 2022, and they did HEB commercials. But I mean, did they?
I may just become a Kroger guy. I just may.
Hey, Kroger, hit us up. I already am a Kroger guy. So. Imagine Bregman and Tucker with the Yanks. Get the fucking log off. Don't say that. Hey, you don't say that.
Hey, you don't say that.
Hey, you don't say that.
You don't say that.
Pena was on them last year. Yeah, Pena. Yeah. I forgot about.
I think we have an HEB problem.
You've been saying that.
I think we have an HEB problem. I think we have to say the quiet stuff out loud now. If we're just
is Apollo turning is Apollo turning full hill against the Astros? Are we gonna do that? It's
gonna be Apollo versus Houston versus everyone. That's what the next shit's gonna be.
Big Aldi guy. All right. I like Aldi. Get your quarter, get your cart. You know what I mean?
And what's gonna suck is I'm gonna have to go sit in a fucking stadium with no AC and watch 81 wins be just grinding my teeth on AC, gravel, dude. What are we like?
I think you're about to throw up. I think we have an owner problem. Oh wow, we're getting real with it.
No, I know he spins. He was. We have a GM problem when he was a GM.
He spins, but the years thing is frustrating to me.
The problem is this. This is you caused this. You caused this boa constrictor of contracts. You can't say, oh well, the market's the market and the price is the price and we're still at the very top of our spending and we don't want to go over the tax threshold. Hey, why are we not going over the tax threshold? I don't know. Maybe these dumbass fucking contracts we have on the fucking books. And it's only for 1 year. They fall off. They legitimately fall off next year. And we have money to spend. Are we even going to spend that money? This feels like this is an Office episode. This is when Michael Scott uses the bonus, that surplus, on himself.
I just don't understand. Like, I get how everybody makes fun of the Dodgers for these deferred contracts. But it fucking works.
Well, you have to have the players buy into it.
No, I know, but like, why can't, not that you need to go as extreme as like we're not paying them until 2040, but like why can't we work out a deal with Alex Bregman or Kyle Tucker where we're saying, you know, we backload these contracts to where, you know, we're paying you the bulk of your contract between 2028 and 2034 or something like that, or 2032, to where we're not, you know, where we can still plan for that and get these other contracts off the books. That way you're not handcuffed as much by Montero and McCullers and Abreu.
Man, what if the front office? I can't say. I'll say. Never mind. I can't say that.
Come to the happy hour.
I'll say it at the happy hour.
Come to the happy hour at J-Bar M.
Someone remind me about Hader.
Okay.
Just bring that up and I'll be able to talk. And I love Hader, but there's something in that thing that happened where decisions were made.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Jets kind of said on that. We're never creative with contracts, which I think in this day and age with this market, to be able to pay what these players want, while realistically the luxury tax threshold should be way higher right now with how the contracts go. But you got to be creative to be a mega team at this point. I feel like you have to be. if you were going to be competitive. You have to do deferred contracts. You have to do incentives things. You have to do
You know how you
signing bonuses.
that is it. This is how you get creative. You just give a fat ass fucking signing
Yeah,
bonus.
why would you not? You just got like Dyken on board. Like you just got like
Give a fat ass fucking signing bonus.
give Bregman a $50 million signing bonus and
Not
then
even-
pay him.
I think I'm shifted off Briggs now. Like I just keep Tucker. Like
I just want one or the other. Like they need to secure one or the other. That's where I'm at. You cannot lose both. If you do, then you better get some guys back. You better get some prospects that are gonna be studs. And that's just hard to predict.
I don't think it's an owner problem. We don't have rings without Crane, right? Like he spent in that window and got 2. I have a problem when he was GM and his cabal.
I want to say it's an owner problem. I mean, he's clearly a top.
We spend.
He's a top 10 owner in
It's
baseball.
just how we spent.
He's just not number 1. Like he's just Tucker's
yeah,
too expensive.
Hey,
I mean, Tucker's probably going to be too expensive. That's why I'm pointing more to Bregman.
but he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't 2 years
He
ago. But he could have
wasn't.
extended him for a lot cheaper than the market now. I think. I mean, if Dana knows anything from working with the Braves, I think extensions are everything. If you can secure a player halfway through their rookie contract, rather than waiting for the market to just keep going up and up, like if you know, like we knew Tucker was a stud 2 years ago. You know he's a stud. Sign him, extend him. Just you're losing money every month that goes by that he keeps raking and proving that he's an all-star. Signing bonus does not hit the the signing. That's what I'm saying. Like signing bonuses, I think. I mean, what was the one for Soto? 75 million. I mean,
don't
you could
think
sign Bregman to a 6-year, even a $200 million contract. But
give a
50 million of that is a
signing
signing bonus, and then technically you have a six-year, $150 million contract, and then everybody's happy. That's exactly what Bregman wants. That's exactly what the Astros want. I don't know why we're not
You know what? Good for Kyle
doing
Tucker.
shit like that.
Good for Kyle. He's gonna get $400 million.
Oh, he's gonna be set for life. And him and his wife, they're gonna have a great life.
I can't wait to play.
They're awesome.
Fortnite with him. I can't wait.
I
to
bet you
just
he's killing the Fortnite.
golf with him.
He's killing the Fortnite OG map right now.
I bet
while all this is going
I
on.
bet you Tuck's on the golf course right now.
You think so? He's a lefty, right? On the golf course too.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just. You know what? Maybe it's an Apollo problem. Maybe it's you could become friends with us and the organization trades you.
Apparently, fucking shit, dude.
You know what? Let's just call it what it is. Let's just say maybe
All
the
our
Houston
friends are going
Astros.
away.
Maybe the Houston Astros have a fucking problem with us.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Maybe they did it with Breggy. They're doing it with Tuck. They did it with Stanek.
Yeah.
Hey, spoiler alert! We're friends with Altuve. Are you gonna do something there?
Yeah. Well, that's one that I think we're good on. Jesus Christ.
You keep trading my friends, and you keep not
we're friends?
extending my friends, and that's where I'm at.
Jesus.
I almost want the news to break. I want the news to break while we're on camera because I just.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you. I know you're acting like it right now, and you're in the running to play American Psycho, but it's gone to Austin Butler. He's going to be American Psycho.
Is he really?
Yeah, we just
Austin Butler?
Yeah. So I'm sorry you missed out on that. I know you're full on your. What's his name? Norman
I don't
Bates
have
or
the
whatever?
physique for that.
That's crash out incoming.
You know what sucks?
We are friends with Chaz Jr. Stop it.
You know what sucks? You know what sucks? Is I was in Mexico for no reason now. That whole bit, I should have just came back and watched Game 6.
Oh, in 2022? What do you mean no reason? They won.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
They would have won without me, being in another country.
I mean, I fully agree that because I think
I was.
I think Jinx.
Now I'm
that
gonna be
exists, but-
robbed.
Hey,
I will never see another
I had a great time celebrating.
championship.
Walking down Main Street. It was a great time.
I'm not gonna cry. honestly, like as a
You're gonna
kid,
cry.
I was the kid that got angry and cried.
You just
Just like
tears welling.
moan.
Did you do the fast breathing?
No, I did the like grind my teeth.
Oh.
His tears are just like.
Oh, you were that kid.
Well,
You like pinch
dude,
your leg a
if
little
you
bit.
struck
Did you
me
ever?
out, dude.
Did you go full
No,
psycho
I never,
and like
never.
hurt yourself?
I didn't do the whole like priest. Yeah, like the whole.
Atone for your sins.
Yeah, I never did that. But if you struck me out, which was probably a lot, because I was like Martin Maldonado until I was like 16, and then I figured out how to hit. Yeah. I don't know.
No, they didn't. Never trust chat ever.
Yeah.
Never ever trust chat.
Oh,
That's just
Astros like the Julio Rodriguez from the Giants AA roster. Oh yeah.
I was checking just in case. I'm surprised Chandler's not tweeting about that. No, nobody said anything about that.
Look. I will say this: if Tucker moves, I think it's the Cubs.
I do too.
I think they're the best fit for the Astros, for what the Astros want, hopefully.
If you can get Shaw and another prospect, another top prospect, and Paredes and Suzuki. I mean, Cubs fans are probably gonna be pissed, but like that's what it should take.
I may chain myself to Minute Maid Park.
It's been reported that Tucker had no interest in signing before the season and wants to test out free agent Soto deal. I don't think that I don't know where you got that information. Astros have Juan Soto as the pitcher. Yeah, we have a Juan Soto and a Rodriguez. What?
Heyman said it.
When did that come out?
It was just a question of like the Yankees were like, is it a sign and like a trade and extended type thing? And it was like, now he's gonna test the market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean at this if it's not with the Astros, he's gonna test the market. But he wanted to be an Astro before,
22. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, like a couple years ago. Yeah, but then after they dicked him around with the arbitration, I get why he was like, all right, fuck y'all.
Oh. Wow.
What?
I can't say it. Yeah, that would be. You would have to get a new number.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
You would have to get a new number.
Oh, that's a little hint for people.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't think Breggs is coming back.
Looks like I need to bust out the sad video.
Yeah.
Minute Maid Park, they took that from us too, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't even know how to reply to this.
I don't know what you would say.
I'm gonna say sick. Yeah, I don't think.
You just reply with that Peaky Blinders gif.
Yeah. This isn't even for a trade. This isn't for Tucker. This isn't for Tuck. It's not for
it's
Tuck.
not Tuck.
It's for a free agent to be, or a current free agent. It's just not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice if he signs there. Sick. Yeah. Crazy.
I just wish they would just drop the news. Just drop all the news. Stab me in the heart so I can just get it over with and move on.
That's crazy.
I just have like a ball in my chest.
This is where I'm at, and
have
you
a
guys
heart
can. You guys, I have a problem. I have a problem with how quickly teams trade. Teams change, or fan bases change their allegiance from how quickly they boo to how they're gonna love it. It's gonna be. It's just.
All right. So, what else do you want to talk about, guys? How do we feel about Hunter Brown this year? Are we excited for Ace Hunter Brown? Ugh. I actually love Hunter Brown. I can't. And Rusher.
That's good. Wow. I didn't think that would. Good for them. That's gonna be wildly funny online. I think the other side. Just fucking get the Godfather deal for Tucker. I'm done. It's also just gonna be great. I will spiral for that. I'll spiral for that one. If Tucker, Tucker. You gotta keep Tucker. Gotta keep Tucker. Trade Tucker. I don't know at this point. Fuck it.
At this point, I'm just like, trade them all. Trade them all. Trade Orbit.
Trade Dyken Park.
Trade Dyken Park. Sell the team. Move them to Nashville. I'll be a Texans fan.
I want to buy. I think I'm truly. This is the first time in a very, very long time. The villain arc is alive and well. Like for me personally, like I want to buy the Astros.
Let's do it. You know that group that's angling to buy the NHL team? Let's just get them to pivot.
I want to buy the Houston Astros.
Rally outside Crane's house. Get his son on the horn. You have his number, don't you?
Who?
Crane's son.
I know people.
Yeah.
No. This may be like my Mad King. I'm just the Mad King. Game of Thrones. Someone needs to stab me in the back. Kill me.
If you start playing Red Wedding music.
Man, Brandon, I think it's a free agent. It's a free agent. That's gonna go to a team that's not Houston and not gonna be fun. Still could be early. I don't know.
We want Bragg. I'll pitch in. Yeah, what if we just like crowdfund, and we do a hostile takeover of Crane Enterprises or whatever.
Just a pure succession.
Yeah. And then through that, we sell Crane to somebody else, but we just keep the Astros part of it because I don't want to run fucking corporate business. I feel like the news has to be like any minute now.
I don't think.
It's gonna come today, right?
Scott, yeah.
I mean, if they're already,
If you're prepping that,
they're already yeah. Hey, to play devil's advocate for
Santander's a free agent. Carl, I would love for the Astros to get Santander, but I don't know.
to play devil's advocate, you prepare those things. I think either way, so it's not 100%. But I do think it's leaning that way.
Yeah, but from that person, they were pretty spot on about the first domino that fell.
Yeah.
And why a certain team was out. This feels like a breakup.
It feels like we're like streaming a breakup right now. We're just like talking through it.
Like,
my life was better before him, anyways.
It feels like I don't know. My number from 1 to 10 was 7. I'm at an 8 now. If you haven't
Only an 8?
if you haven't told,
After
I
that,
spiraled
I
in
was at a
last.
5 before you showed me that. Now I'm also at an 8, but I jumped up three things.
You know what? I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm gonna disassociate for 60 days. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I'm gonna do.
What the fuck?
I get a haul for Tuck, I guess is the name of the game.
I mean, if you're doing that, if they only trade Tucker but not Presley and Framber.
You have to trade all of them.
Yeah, if you're trading, you could trade Presley and Framber and keep Tucker and be really competitive next year. I think, in my mind, that's the ideal scenario. You trade you trade Presley and Framber. You get Halls to shore up the hitting and some prospects. You keep Tucker, and then you make a run at it. And then maybe at the deadline, if it didn't work, then you trade Tucker at the deadline. But I don't think the value difference you get from trading Tucker now compared to the deadline is worth not waiting. If that makes sense. If you get to the deadline and you're out of it, or at least not looking good, like then that's when you make that move. And I'm more okay with making the move at the deadline than right now. But like you said, now that all this has happened, you almost have to because it's just bad optics all around, and then you have to go to arbitration with them.
Yeah, if you don't trade him now, it's like, hey, honey, sorry, she was really awesome, but
yeah,
it cost way too much. Back.
It was just a one weekend.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Trade the motherfucker. Yeah. Are we gonna get?
I mean, it's a
fleeced?
business, and I get it. And Astros tweeted, "Thank you to everyone who volunteers with the Astros Foundation."
Read the room.
I'm volunteering to jump off your part. So, not tweet that scheduled tweet. I guess. Okay. So what we do know is you have your middle infield, you have your catcher, you have a platoon at first, you have Jordan in left, you have Chaz in center. Oh man.
Kill. Ethan just said, "Kill me." I like Jacob Melton.
Yeah, the images that precede.
Oh my god.
I don't think they're gonna have anyone at FanFest.
If they won't have fans there at this
Trade Tucker for Gilbert and Clifford.
that
would be
very
peak.
funny.
That would be peak.
Our buddy John, Doug. Now he's Doug Dykadome on Twitter. He had
Big
a great
John.
one. Kyle Tucker to New York for Jason Dominguez, Luis Gil, Roderick Arias, and Brian Cashman's public statement admitting that the Yankees lost in 2017 because they weren't good enough. I might take that. If we can get him him and
Everyone.
Heckle at FanFest.
If I ever,
Hey, Tari Eason cleared to play tonight.
never mind. I don't think this is like I think the internet right now is obviously collectively upset and pissed off and trying to attach these emotions and feelings to someone or something. I don't think it's a Jim Crane. Like I see it a lot. I'm seeing a lot. I don't think it's a Jim Crane thing. 'Cause he spins. Now, I always said 2025 is going to suck. This roster construction, the dead contracts, it just feels like you're in a fucking riptide. And what do you do in a riptide? You let it take you out to the ocean. You let it take you all the way out, and then you swim across, and then you swim in. You don't fight it. So it just feels like we're fighting a riptide right now. And not the #1 song by Vance Joy, but an actual real-life riptide. I love that song, dude.
I know you.
It's so good. It's my Spotify Wrapped every year.
So I think almost no matter what happens at this point, 2025 is the reload year. Like, we're looking towards a long year of watching Astros baseball.
It's the first time we've chosen to lose.
Yeah.
The first time you actively chose to lose.
Yeah. If it means that we're, like, back as a
shit.
juggernaut in 2026, I'll be willing to take that. I need some plan and reassurance and proof that could happen. If I see something, if it's some prospects that are picked up, if it's some promises about spending in 2026, something that tells me, all right, we're going to have a mini rebuild year. 2026, all these contracts come off the books, and we can reload with free agents and, these prospects. I'll feel better, but I need something. If you're gonna fuck me for a year, I need some reassurances that we're gonna get married.
What a bar. You're gonna fuck me for a year.
I mean, Vlad Jr.'s a free agent 2026.
But the thing is, if you're gonna pay those guys, pay your guys that you already have internally. Like,
No, I
now, like, that's where I'm at. That's where I keep circling back to the philosophy shift of, okay, get the haul, whatever, rebuild, reprocess, retool, whatever fucking coach speak you're gonna give me, because you're gonna get on Brian's show, and the first question's gonna be, why did you do this? It's gonna be like, well, when you make decisions like this, you look at the back of the baseball card, and sometimes you get 10 baseball cards. And so when you get 10 baseball cards, you have the opportunity to look at 10 of those cards in the back of it. And in my process, 10 baseball cards are better than 1 baseball card. And we're going to hear that, and we're going to hear that, the window's still open, and we're going to hear that, money's going to be freed up, and we're going to be able to execute. I'm going to be able to pay guys. So if the market is saying what the market's already forecasting drunk ass pricing. So we're going to spend $200 million on guys that are not worth 80?
It's just gonna keep going.
It's just going to what are we doing? I fell asleep during economics. I didn't even pay attention, but I know the market prices are going up on these players and these guys.
It's not like a normal market. It's not like real estate or something where you wait for a dip. Sports contract market never dips. It is always up. It's gonna, for the rest of time. 10 years from now, there's gonna be multiple billion-dollar contracts. I guarantee it. Like, it's gonna happen. It's always better to extend your players or sign them early.
And you know what?
The Braves know it. The Braves knew it. They're fucking sitting pretty for the next 8 years, almost no matter what they do. Like, they have a strong core that's already built in.
You know who's actually gonna win in this? is Pena and Diaz. They're gonna lock those guys up and buy their hard beers out.
They probably will. Which is great. They should.
And
that's what you should do. But you should also
should have done.
you should have done that with Tucker. You should have done that. I mean, they did it. I'm less upset about Bregman for a lot of reasons, but mostly like they did it right. They gave him an extension. He got like 2 or 3 extra years past what it would have been his rookie contract. So like I was okay with that, and I'm still like pretty okay with like. It sucks, but like I'm ready I was ready going into the offseason for Bregman to leave. Like I had made peace with it. But now this Tucker shit on top of this is what makes this stupid. Ridiculous.
You're putting the skipper at a very weird, tough spot who's going to get a lot of backlash. You're putting a lot on 27 and 44.
A whole lot. And all the while, remember this. All of this happening while you're saying, was it Joe who said it? One of them said, "Oh, we need to not play Jordan as much in left field." Okay, so at that same time, you're trading one of your outfielders. So who's playing the outfield next year? It's going to be fucking Jordan's going to be DHing, so you're going to have fucking Jake Myers and Chas McCormick and Marlon Gonzalez, or not Marlon Gonzalez, fucking Mauricio Dubon are going to be your outfield the whole season. That's your outfield all year. Kill me. Kill me.
I said it on the pod.
I like those guys.
I said it that there's a, it feels like there's a Cold War arms race. And the team that I love is just dusting off trophies. There's no
They're not, their heart's not in it.
we're not in it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's frustrating for me, because that's, I think, the realization of it, that it is over, like, full stop.
Well, all this on top of, so you just made it. Sorry, you continue.
I just, if you're gonna, I just don't understand. It took the Rangers beating you when you couldn't win one home game, and it took losing to your former manager and the Cy Young. Just be like, all right, I'm gonna take my ball and I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, you're just giving up now.
Like, the mindset every offseason was, hey, every fucking team has to make moves to get to where we are. And I always stood pat. I always gave the benefit of the doubt to Crane because he spent money in the boys and the boys behind it. It always felt like it didn't matter what regime was running it, right? It always felt like every other team has to make moves and spend to get where the Astros are. Okay, but they're there now. So now the mindset shifts to, hey, we can win the West.
Ugh.
Hey, we can get in. Maybe we get hot. And maybe we in 3 years' time we zoom out and like, hey, 2025 sucked because of the bad contracts, because of roster construction. And I get that happens. Shit happens and bad contracts happen and all of that. And you're up against the tax threshold. But what are we gonna do for the rest of the 2020s?
Yeah.
We're gonna sit here and talk about 22? I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's fun. I love reliving the memories. I love going through that. I can go on YouTube for that. What am I gonna see out there day in and day out? The price of a game for a family of 4 is outrageous. Now they're coming in from all over the city to see what?
Oh, they won't be coming in.
81 wins?
I guarantee you this year, no matter what, losing Bregman and Tucker, the attendance is going to be way down. Attendance is going to be, it already has been declining because we've gotten used to winning so much that it's like, as a city, we're spoiled and less excited for every little series in the regular season. After this, I mean, it's going to be bad. Somebody made a good point about Altuve. When has Altuve ever been that outspoken about bringing somebody back?
Never.
And then now, not only are you not bringing Bregman back, but then you're trading his buddy Tucker. You better,
Okay.
You better talk. You better make sure he is on board with the plan. He's your guy.
Doomsday scenario. He Barry Sanders. I'm done.
You think he would do that? I don't know if he would do that.
I want to fucking.
Why would you put that fucking knock on?
I'm
this?
knocking on shit.
Fucking knock on this wood right now, Jesus! Oh, why did you put that nightmare scenario? In my
I said it
head?
was doomsday scenario.
That's awful. I don't think he will, just because of his Hall of Fame, trajectory and trying to get there. I think that's important to him. But yeah, I do think he's not like.
I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him at all. Why is there fucking no news? Nothing's happened. Shane Bieber is back with the Guardians. 1-year contract. Player option.
I don't know how you can sit in a room of these top athletes on the planet and kind of look them in the eye and said you put your best foot forward. And hey, we can win this. And you'll get the coach speak, and you have the pitching. I think the Astros have really good pitching this year.
They'll have one of the top pitching staffs in the AL next year. I believe that.
But right now, I feel like you're the Mariners.
Yeah, you don't have any hitting.
I feel like
you're still better than the Mariners because you still have. The Mariners for most of last year had like nobody over a 700 OPS or whatever. You still have Altuve and Yordan, and Diaz, but that's not enough.
It's
Jesus.
I just don't understand. If you look at it, I don't have a family, whatever, but like if I had a family of 4, right, and I'm going to spend $300, I'm going to come in on a Wednesday night, Thursday night from Katy or the Woodlands or Pasadena or wherever I'm coming from, right? I'm going to go watch the Houston Astros play. Jose Altuve gets a day off, and Yordan gets walked 3 times.
Yeah, what did I just?
What did I spend that money to watch and see? So,
whose jersey am I?
If you're gonna do this, you have to hit. You have to be perfect. Bregman's probably gone. He's gonna go to a team that has. Going to give him security through his 30s, which he wants contract-wise. You're going to trade Tucker, and you have to hit. You have to be perfect. Because I love Paredes. I was standing on top of the fucking table saying, this is the guy the Astros need to get last year at the deadline. They missed. They whiffed. Okay, so we're making trades for the misses? We're making trades now because we missed?
We're trying.
That seems ass fucking backwards.
We're a gambler. We're trying to make up our losses.
That is probably the perfect emotion. I'm, as you guys are all fucking seeing me fucking crash out, I'm on tilt. And I feel like the decisions being made are all on tilt. And if you ever played poker or whatever, once you're on tilt, it's that fucking riptide. Shout out Vance Joy. Because you get in this decision of, I'm chasing my loss. It just takes one to get all that fucking back. Then you look and you're fucking a hole, and then you're getting Jay Leno down a fucking hill. So you have to hit. You trade Tucker, you have to hit. You have to hit it out of the park. You got to get major league guys, Paredes. You got to get all their top prospects. You got to rob them blind. You have to make it hurt.
If you get Paredes, Suzuki, and Shaw, and maybe one more lower prospect, and then you also trade Presley for an MLB ready bat, and you also trade Framber for a couple. Like, there's a scenario where they can come out of this, no matter how frustrated we'll be losing both Tucker and Bregman this offseason. As a team on paper, they could be better going into next year. But like you've said multiple times, you have to hit on everything. Like you can't miss. You have to execute. If you try and do all that, and then you do what the fucking Tigers or whoever else, like the teams we've fleeced in the past, you get these guys that are like, quadruple A players. Then what? What was it all for at that point?
This
get me PCA mixed up with that. Oh, I don't think they would. That'd be tough.
Fuck. I mean, I'll make them say no to PCA, 100%. Yeah. Pete Armstrong.
If they're smart and they draw this out and keep driving the price up over the next week, like they should get a haul that's so big that even Astros fans are like, well,
I
fuck,
get it.
I love Tucker, but like that is crazy. Like that should be the deal.
That should be the reaction to a cold open beyond the diamond after the Tucker news drops of, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
It's like, fuck, that hurt, but like
Hurts more for them.
yeah, like I get it. Like that's all I'll accept. Anything lower than that, if it's any sort of question of like, if we're trying to cope and we're like looking at prospect like highlights and we're like, well, I'd like his swing and like maybe he could be good, we're lost. It's over. Like that's a bad trade. It should be a trade that everybody in the world is like, all right, the Astros got a haul for that. And I've liked what Dana's done so far. I've liked the moves he's made. I don't think he's made a dumb trade. He's missed on some trades that could have been made. But I just don't. He's still a young GM. Like, I don't know if I fully trust that he's gonna get the haul that we want for Tucker. And if he does, fucking hats off to him. I'm back on board.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We'll
not
see.
it's not fair that Dana's holding the bag because of this construction of the roster and why you're up against this threshold and why you're not spending was because of the cabal that run a coup. But your checks are pretty fat and you're getting paid a lot of big bucks to to navigate this, and it's hard to navigate the Bering Strait when you're in a fucking rowboat.
Fucking bar. All right, I like that.
That one just came to me.
That's
usually
a bar.
I write some down. That one just fucking came to me.
I don't know if it fully is applicable, but it's a bar. It's fully a bar. He still has to deal with Crane. Yeah, I mean, this is Baggy's fault. I agree and I disagree. I mean, I don't know. I asked it earlier. I don't know how much the Montero Abreu contracts affect what's happening right now. Like, if they're not on the books, I don't think it affects keep getting Bregman or keeping Tucker. I think. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know.
I just
wish the news would drop. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. We're just kind of spinning in circles at this point. So we might log off here soon, and then if we have to emergency hop back on in a couple hours, we will.
Should we just keep this camera rolling? Just like, you know how pandas have like, or the zoos have like panda watch when pandas are being born or like animals are being born. We just have like
it's just you
an Apollo zoo.
On mute.
It's an Apollo Zoom zoo animal camera.
Yeah, we have a Gabe brought his fisheye lens, so we could put that up high and just like have it in the just have it rolling.
I didn't say any dumb shit over this past year about like tattoos or shaving my head or anything like with Tucker or Breggs not being an Astro next.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of any.
You
bets.
do that stuff often.
I do
so.
do that. I do
So
that way
I don't
too
know.
much.
I don't think so. I think you said something about the playoffs, but I don't know if you said anything about. Just hopped on. Got to restart the pod. It's just a lot of us just
we're
coping.
just spiraling.
We're going between cope, hope, and anger. So
Cope, hope, and anger.
that's the name on my new band.
We do strictly Billy Joel covers.
You know what, Junior? You're right.
We strictly do Billy Joel covers.
Yeah.
Only the 80s.
I'm gonna let Kush get on here and say his piece. Come on here, Kush. I'm set it up.
Maybe I should move those. The one thing I have to say, I've seen a lot of like Yankees fans, on the internet yesterday speculating what the trade might be for Tucker, and all of them left Jason Dominguez out, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's a
If I'm the
start.
Astros
That's
and they offered me whatever deal all the Yankees fans were talking about, I would click reject call immediately. Like, I feel like Jason Dominguez is the start of what the Astros will be asking him. Like,
yeah. I also don't think the Yankees can put a package like the Cubs or Giants or any of those guys that I would like. I guess my lasting impression is that my lasting memory was seeing Kyle Tucker on the ground with a fractured leg that I don't want to use the word misdiagnosed because that's probably get us in trouble.
neck discomfort gate. all
Discomfort
2024.
gate, and a lot of the fan base turned on him because he wasn't playing, but he had a fractured leg, and no one fucking knew about it. Some people did, if you watch the show. And fans didn't get to appreciate the greatness of what Cal Tucker is, and I think he's a top 10 player in Major League Baseball. And so I think that's kind of where I'm at right now in my Cope Hope. What was it? Cope Hope and what?
Cope, hope, and anger.
Cope Hope and anger. That's where I'm kind of shifting through on this cycle of it all. I was just robbed of that. I was robbed of seeing healthy Tucker play for my team one final time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A week ago, I didn't think we'd be talking about Tucker getting traded. So I think
If you asked me yesterday,
that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I thought Framber was being moved before Tucker, but here we are. Woo! Yeah. Also, everyone tuning in on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, we'll be at JBarM from 4 to 7. The basketball boys are doing a happy hour before the NBA Cup, right? I'll call the NBA Cup.
Yep.
Quarterfinals, the Warriors, Rockets. That's where we're going to be. I can talk a little bit more offline about, especially that text I got. I can definitely talk about that in person, not on camera. But, Coach, I want to ask you this. When we zoom out 20 years from now, and we look back at this golden age, what is your favorite Bregman memory and what is your favorite Tucker memory?
One of my favorite Bregman memories, we didn't end up winning the series, but the Grand Slam against the Nationals. That was a good one.
Down the line?
As far as series that we won, probably his home run, I think it was game 2 against the Phillies. Either game 2 or game 3, I don't remember. But I mean, he's had a ton of web gems, great defensive plays, and obviously, I think number 1 on everybody's list is the Game 5 clincher against the Dodgers in 2017.
Yeah.
But that would probably be my top 3. Playoff memories.
I think my favorite memory of Tuck is going to be him catching the last out. He covered some fucking ground. He was going to make that play. For Breggs, I think one of my favorite plays is, was it 19? The bang bang play at the plate against the Yankees, where he gets, no, I think it might have been 17. He makes a do or die play. Guy slides right into McCann's glove, so it had to be 17. I think Alex Bregman made a lot of baseball plays in the city of Houston look very, very easy, and we're going to see, and we did see, when you have someone else there, that plays aren't made at a very high level.
5 errors.
Which isn't fair. It's not fair to that guy. But yeah, and I think my favorite Tuck moment's at the double boom on Game 1 of the World Series. Even though we lost that game, that was so sick. That's where.
I feel like when Bregman's like negotiating with Jim Crane, I feel like he brings up the 5 hitters just to drive the price up, man.
I would. Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is, and this is hope. This is me, and we'll kind of kill it now because we're at almost an hour 30. So thank you for everyone tuning into this my fucking session of therapy. But I think I never had hope. I was at 0% going in this year about re-signing Breggy. And then I got back up to believing. And now, obviously, I'm not believing. But that's probably the last time I ever get my hopes up for anything on planet Earth. Just because of this sports team. That's just going to make I'm going to become cynic. I'm going to be on my Hemingway. I'm going to just go to Cuba and drink and write.
I mean, for me, like, I hate to be the negative person on this podcast right now, but I've kind of been like thinking about this moment for like the last season, and just trying to enjoy the last Alex Bregman moments we could this past year, man. But the Tucker thing was out of left field.
Tucker thing was
out of left field or out of right field. Wait, however you want to put it.
Out of right field.
Out of right field.
For him. But yeah, no, I agree 100%. That's where I'm at. Okay, guys, we're at 90 minutes in. Thanks for tuning in. Obviously, we'll drop a BTD whenever news breaks over the next 72 hours. I'm fairly confident this doesn't go through the weekend.
Padres listening on Star Players per John Heyman.
Yeah. It's the first time in my mind that I've told myself that I don't think I'm going to be on a championship float. And maybe it's just because maybe it's a me thing. Maybe I'm just being too prideful about my own self, and maybe I just need to do some meditation on that. But I don't think I'm going to be on a championship float anytime soon. That sucks. Because I miss Louisiana street parades. I miss it.
Well, if any news drops while we're still here over, this afternoon before we go to the thing at 4, we will jump back on live stream. Or if we're at the thing, if something happens, maybe we'll do a little Instagram live from our phone or something and talk about it. But other than that, thank you for hanging out with us through this misery of of an hour and a half of just kind of spinning in circles.
I wasn't even going to drink today at the happy hour, but now I am. So, thank you, Houston Astros.
Yeah, if you come to the happy hour, it's at J Bar M.
J Bar M.
It's downtown. It's in Edo, pretty close to Toyota Center. So we've posted about it on Instagram and Twitter and everything with the address. I can't give it to you right now. Not that you're going to remember that, because that's not how people operate now in 2024. But
can you print out directions for me?
Yeah, and MapQuest it. It's 2201 Leland Street. $5 margs, $2 wells, great barbecue, cheap drinks, and sports. That's about all you can ask for. We're going to hang out there.
God forbid the Rockets lose to the Warriors tonight.
Oh my God, it might be an all-time Cope day for Houston.
No, we're gonna throw water bottles on the court until they give us a win.
Yeah, and shout out to Big City Wings, our
Shout out.
sponsor. Houston's Wing Joint, Paul's Wing Joint. Quick Assist. Sell your tickets on Quick Assist instead of having to sell it on individual platforms. Go to Quick Assist. And yeah.
Yeah, next happy hour at Big City. We'll do that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if we get good news this off season, maybe we'll plan a happy hour at Big City Wings where we can all celebrate it. But I wouldn't plan on that.
Who was the artist that cut his ear off?
Van Gogh. And with that,
If we have a good offseason, I'll cut my freaking ear off. That's how I feel.
we will see you later.
Peace. Love you guys.